Into the predictions on the UFC, well, the results on the UFC 302 card over the weekend. Definitely a solid card. Honestly, that last fight, I want to say we watched boxing that day. Yeah, boxing came on earlier that day, so watching boxing and UFC back to back, man, I was like tired as hell. So I ended up crashing out on the main event. I want to say I watched like the first two rounds and dozed off with the phone in my hand, but I pretty much knew the results of that one. That was actually one of the fights, the only fight I got wrong on the card. I was just hoping to go with the underdog on that one. Anyways, as far as the card go, I want to say, let me see. I said that it would be a couple of knockouts and a couple of submissions. It was mainly, I want to say three of the fights ended in submission. So I was halfway right. A couple of fights it just ain't. It's just more of a more competitive fight as far as the co-main event. But anyway, to start from the bottom, Almeida, I picked him to win by knockout. I think he won by submission. Randy Brown, he ended up winning unanimous decision. Nico Price and Alex Moreno, they ended up getting moved to the main card. But if I would have picked, I was going to go with Moreno, but he ended up losing to Nico Price. That was a rematch, I want to say. Yeah, that was a rematch. So Nico Price doubled up on him. Still a solid fight. Kevin Holland versus the Michael guy. He ended up breaking this dude's arm, man. And that's the only part I don't like about it. That's why I said I couldn't do MMA, because I always told you, like, if a motherfucker was to kick me on TV, I mean, like, if a motherfucker filming and I get kicked in my head and I go to sleep, and my fucking family got to see that, I'm not gonna be the same. My mind is not set up how it is. Like, your mind gotta really be set up to know there's a possibility that you're gonna be on YouTube being knocked the fuck out. So I said I'd rather not take my chances. But anyways, outside of breaking bones and stuff in MMA, the other thing was just like breaking an arm, like seeing your arm be broke is like some crazy shit to me. So anyways, he ended up breaking his arm, man, because Buddy act like he didn't want to fucking tap. He hit Michael, not Michael Holland, Kevin Holland. He dropped him, and once he dropped him, he pretty much walked right into the arm bar. And once he grabbed the arm, he flipped him over. He was bending it every way he could, and he had that motherfucker locked where Buddy wasn't getting away. He had his feet locked and everything. And he told him, like, look, hey, I'm gonna break this motherfucker if he ain't tapping. That motherfucker, as soon as that arm popped up, he got the tapping quick as fuck. But I was glad to see Kevin Holland get the win. I said he played too much that last fight. He had to make a statement this fight. If not, he's gonna get shipped off. He just bought himself another maybe two more matches in the UFC. As long as he continued to do shit like this. Kevin Holland pulled that win off. The next fight, the co-main event, I had Sean Strickland winning this. He pretty much dominated Paulo Costa. He put up a good fight, but Strickland just, I think he outlanding, for the most part, and he put more pressure on Costa. I think more than he expected. I don't think he expected to get walked down like that, but he really walked that man down. So salute to Sean Strickland. He had a lot at stakes because he's the number one contender right now. So if he had lost that fight, that would have dropped him down to like 3, and he wouldn't have got that rematch. So he's officially still number one. So he should be fighting the champ after this Duplessis versus whoever the hell he gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight Stylebender most likely. If they fight, does set up the rematch for either one of them versus Strickland. So Strickland pulled that one off, and he's still number one ranked in that division. The main event of the evening was Islam defending his title versus Dustin Poirier. I had Dustin Poirier winning this fight. Didn't go as planned. I expected Islam to get a lot of takedowns on him. I want to say if he had 3 or more, I think I said 3 or more takedowns, he'll end up losing this fight. He pretty much had about 3. I'm pretty sure he had 3+ takedowns on Poirier. As far as the stand-up game, Dustin was doing his thing, man. But like I said, I only seen the first 2 rounds, but he was doing his thing. I just think they got he tired him out with the wrestling. Islam was wrestling him, so after he got to doing that, he put that pressure on Dustin, and he finally got him to where he could submit him, and he pulled that match off, man. So Islam is on a streak. I think he's won 14 fights in a row, so that's like the 3rd most in that division. I said he doing his thing, man. He fight just like Khabib. He took after a great leader, a legend in the UFC. So Khabib finished his career, I want to say 29-0 or 30-0. This mug, what he is, he 27-1 now. So he only got one loss on his record. Like I said, more power to him, man. Keep on defending that belt, being a fighting champ. Like, I mean, when you got the belt, you got to defend it. But I hope he keep on fighting top guys and showing them what it is, man, and make his leave his spot in the UFC history, man. So that's all I got for UFC, man. With UFC, like I said, I went 4-1 this week. I just got the main event wrong, so not too bad. If I would have went with the obvious, I would have went with Islam. I'd have probably won some bread that way. But like I said, I went out and tried to support Poirier. He ended up losing, but I know he's thinking about retiring and stuff. I don't think he should retire yet. He should still want to ride out with a win. You just fought the champ. Somebody been dominating for a while now. Go fight, still fight a top 5 dude and beat them. And if you want another shot, if not, just walk away from the game, man, while you get all your pieces together, man. So salute to that card, man. Great card, even though I dozed off on the main event. UFC 302 is out the way. These other ones setting up quite nicely as they get closer. We'll do the predictions on that, and I'll let y'all see how I do this time around. Like, share, and subscribe to the Meet You from the Midwest podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook for your latest UFC and MMA news.